and welcome back to Victoria's Educational Services, where I break down difficult concepts into easy steps. Our objective for today is to learn to identify and draw points, lines, line segments, rays, and angles. This lesson covers Standard 4.G.1 and is based on Eureka Math Module 4, Lesson 1. Before we begin, here's the answer to my last video's question. Please comment whether you were able to solve it on your own or if you need more help. I'll post another challenge question at the end of this video. Okay, let's get started. This problem tells us to use the following directions to draw a figure in the box to the right. Our first step is letter A, draw 2 points, W and X. So when it says to draw 2 points, it just means to put 2 dots. So I'll do one over here for W, and I'll do one over here for X. And those are 2 points. So I did my first step. I'll just check it off. Step B says use a straight edge to draw line segment, that's what that line means, WX. Okay, so I'm going to just connect my dots. Try to make your line as straight as possible. And now I have line segment WX. So I'll check off letter B. Letter C says draw a new point that is not on WX, that is not on line segment WX, and label it Y. So I'll change colors here just so it's easy to see my steps. Okay, so here's my new point. And they want me to label it Y. And I'll check off that step. My next step, which is letter D, is to draw a ray WY. So if you notice above the letters W and Y for letter D, you see almost a line segment, but there's an arrow at the end of it. That's why I called it a ray. If it had 2 arrows on either side, then it would be called a line, and if it had no arrows, it would just be a line segment. So this one is a ray. So I'm connecting W and Y. And because it's a ray, I go past the dot, the point where I put Y, because I'm extending it. And that just shows that there's an end point, right, where it connects with W. But because it's a ray, one side of it, the point near Y, has to keep going. That's what makes it a ray. And I tried to make my line as straight as possible. Of course, if you're doing this on a piece of paper, use a ruler or something straight that you can just make a nice line with. So we drew ray WY, so I'll cross off letter D. And now we're up to letter E, so I'll change colors again so we can keep track. Okay, so letter E says draw a new point that is not on ray WY or on the line containing WX. Label it Z. So I'll create a new point, and we'll go over here, and this will be Z. Okay, so we finished letter E. We drew a new point. We labeled it Z. And now it's telling me to construct line WZ. Okay, so if you look at letter F, you can see that symbol that means line because there are arrows on either side of it. So that means it's a line and it's extending to infinity in both directions. So let's draw line WZ. Okay, I tried to make it as straight as possible, but you can see because it's a line, I extended it on both sides. So I did letter F, I checked it off. Now we're up to letter G. So let me change this color again. We'll go with blue. Okay, so letter G is asking me to identify angle. If you see that symbol, that means angle, ZWX, by drawing an arc to indicate the position of the angle. So let's look for angle ZWX. So I see it right here. I'm drawing my arc. And if you look, you can see that connects Z to W to X. Okay, so I'll check that off. And my last step is to identify another angle by referencing points that I have already drawn. So I'll change color so you can see this. I see another angle, and that is XWY. So I'll draw my arc to show that angle. And I'll write my answer. Draw the angle symbol, and then I'm writing XWY. Okay, and that's it. So we used our knowledge of what a point is, what a line segment is, what a ray is, and what a line is, and an angle to solve all of our steps from A to H. I'm leaving you with a challenge to solve this one independently. I'll show the answer in the beginning of my next video. Good luck! That's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope this video helped you. Please like and subscribe so that I can continue to provide free educational videos. Comment with any questions or suggestions for tutorials that you would like to see next. Until next time, bye!